This week on Dumb Pitches, Blake and I talk about the worst gifts we've given, received. Should you give your kids coal? What is coal? You know, really important holiday questions on this episode with my bad ideas. Here we go. Dumb Pitches.
What a bunch of dumb pitches. Oh my goodness.
Welcome to another episode of Dumb Pitches with Monica Nevi. I'm Monica Nevi, your host. This is the show where we talk to successful people about their worst ideas. And I am just here again to remind you that I'm a successful person. And that is the title I've given myself. No. It has actually been a little while since we've done some of my bad ideas. So I love the holiday season. I don't know if you know that about me, but I'm a big Christmas person. That's what I celebrate. If you celebrate anything different, that's great too. So I thought I would share today some of my worst gift ideas. What I've realized thinking about this is that I love gift giving. I think that's my love language. I like acts of service and like giving people gifts, making them feel good that way. But I will very much sacrifice the sentiment if it's funny. Which I think, I come from weird people. They're an interesting family. They're funny. They like jokes. So I've seen joke gifts, I guess, my whole life. We started after the first recession of my life. What has there been? 3? I don't know. We started drawing names in my family, so you only bought gifts for one person instead of every single person. And then you would write 3 things that you wanted. It's not always easy to do that when you're not, I don't know, you don't want to be given gifts or you don't like a lot of attention. So my family does struggle with that. My mom once wrote down she wanted a griddle, where you cook things. So my grandfather bought her a girdle because he thought it was funny. And then the next year, he couldn't think of anything to put on his list, so he just put squiggly lines. And then my mother got him a bag full of these little confetti things that were just squiggly lines. Like, this is what I come from, Which the effort there for the laugh is admirable, I think. And mind, I've given gifts that I thought were good that now I go, oh, that was stupid. Like I used to get my dad ties a lot because by the power of marketing, especially in the 90s, if there was a lot of commercials or like a running joke that like you got dad's ties, that was like you believed that. And he never wore a tie ever. He never wore them to work. He didn't need them. Like I bought him multiple ties and they were stupid too. It wasn't even like it was like a Looney Tunes tie, I don't even know and he kept it because he's a nice person, but it's just an unnecessary gift. But yeah, that's any show you watched as a kid or before, like, older shows. It was very common to be a joke or like, dads always get neckties. And so I thought that's what dads needed, Never did I think about the fact that they need ties for their job, but my dad's job did not require him to wear a tie. And he didn't like them. So still went for it. All right. Now, by far the worst gift I think I've ever given. I was living with someone at the time. We had gone to Bed Bath & Beyond to purchase some things for our apartment. And I just wrapped those things that we bought together and put them under the tree. Which my favorite was 2 ice trays. And because I enjoy the joke, I made it seem like it was a really good special gift. that they should open first. And then we promptly broke up. So
Oh.
it
Oh my gosh.
it's okay. Trust me, it worked out for the best because I wasn't funny anymore at that point. Sometimes when things are not in a healthy place, you're like, my one redeeming quality is not charming to you anymore. This is a bad sign.
Oh.
It's
Gosh.
not supposed to be that dark. Blake, calm down. But see, I thought it was funny. It wasn't. It was hilarious.
I would have thought that was funny.
The anger in the face, though,
Oh.
and I was laughing pretty hard. Again, that's just like I enjoy the joke of it. We also had these, like in college, so I played basketball in college. Basketball is a winter season. So we had, during winter break, we actually stayed at school because you just still had to practice and you played and stuff. You got like 5 days off for Christmas, but that was it. So we always had like a team holiday party. And we did the same thing where you do like a secret Santa. And whatever, we had like a $10 limit. I mean, it wasn't like anything crazy. And I remember that I got this person this gift card to AM/PM. I didn't even think about how bad the gift was because she would drunkenly stop there like every time after going to a party or something. Because I went to school on Capitol Hill, so there was a lot of, it's a busy place in Seattle, so there's a lot of stuff, and so there's AM/PM still open. So you just walked everywhere basically. But they would always stop at AM/PM and get like the last, cheeseburger that was in the hot case. Athletes, And so I had gotten her a $10 gift card to AM/PM, which is, a card. It's small. And I went downstairs in my apartment building to the recycle bin, and I found every size of box from that big to, it was like a huge gift. And then I wrapped each one and put them inside, like a big Russian nesting doll. And the reason it was so funny is because every other gift was tiny. And then under the little tree area we had for the party, it was this huge box. And everyone is so confused because you're like, how would you get something for $10 that would fit in that box, Nobody even thought that it was something stupid either, which I thought was interesting. But so my teammate, and she's like excited that it's hers. It says her name on it. She's excited that it's hers. And everyone makes her open it first because everybody wants to see what is in it. And it took 15 minutes for her to unwrap all of it. And I laughed the whole time. And she was so mad. And when like a repetitive joke, which is something that happens on stage sometimes too, you're like, how long can I make this funny? So it's like big laugh, little less, and then no one's laughing. And then you realize how ridiculous it is, so then you start laughing again and again and again and again. And then finally she gets down to this last tiny box, and it's just a gift card to AM/PM. Again, they're not very happy with it, but I think it's worth the laugh. I don't know. I think everyone should just go for the laugh, Everyone, it saves money. You try to give somebody something nice, and then maybe they don't like it. Why? You might as well get them something they don't like that you can laugh at least. Okay, and then all right. So the other thing, my grandfather used to always wrap gifts in Cheerio boxes. He would always eat just the plain dry Cheerios in the morning. He wouldn't put milk on it or anything. He'd put them in a cup. So he had all these boxes. And instead of buying gift wrap, because my grandma would use newspaper and stuff too. I don't know why they never bought gift wrap. Anyways, he would just put it in the box. Wouldn't wrap the box. Would just put it in a Cheerios box. And I used to make fun of him for eating the dry Cheerios in the morning. We have a great relationship, don't worry. And so one year I got him a box of Cheerios, like an actual box of Cheerios, and put it under the tree so it looked like I had wrapped it in the box, but it was just a box of Cheerios, and he thought it was funny too.
Hey.
But in like in the grand scheme of life, if somebody was like, oh yeah, I got you a box of Cheerios, you'd be like, that's not a very good gift at all. But he likes the laugh of it as well. This has all, I guess, progressed into a new tradition that we started maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I think a lot of people have done this recently, of going through, I honestly think it's for virtue signaling, but that's my own personal opinion. They go through this thing where they're like, I don't need anything. Don't get me anything. Just make a donation to a charity. Here's this charity you should donate to. And that annoys me. Which is, I think you should donate to charities, but do it on your own. You could do that anyways, you know? Just let somebody buy you a gift. It's a nice thing to do. Whatever. So my cousins, are around my age. And we didn't want to, like, if you didn't draw each other's names, we'd still want to, like, get each other gifts. So what we started doing 3 years ago is you would just find something in the house. Just find something that you didn't need or you forgot you had, or, I gave them 2 cell phones that didn't work. If you follow my Instagram, I often take photos with a hotel Bible. And so one of my cousins got me a Book of Mormon that she found in a hotel. In fact, no, somebody came to the door, the Mormon missionaries, like and I remember her telling me the story because she was like, actually, I told them to leave and then realized, wait, and went back out and was like, actually, can I have one of those books? She's like, don't talk to me about it, but I just need one of those. Maybe you were gifted something that you didn't. This is a perfect re-gifting opportunity here, it's the dumber the better, but sometimes you actually will work out. I think somebody gave me some incense after a show. I give off a hippie vibe, I guess. I do have a meditation album, but I gave that to them, like that to my cousins, and then you get a picture 2 weeks later, and she's like, actually smells pretty good. And like, so you could surprise people with something useful or something they might actually want. I don't know. Yeah, and then it often now is like, oh shit, I forgot, and you gotta like just grab something. But I've been recently, like this year should be pretty good because there's a lot of stuff at my parents' house still that we need to put in our house or get rid of. And so my parents keep bringing over boxes that I then go through and try to make fit in my house. But so there's a bunch of old crap that is ready to be gifted back to my cousins. So that's good. I actually just put up all of my bobbleheads. And I have quite a collection of bobbleheads, to be honest. One of which was in one of the cousins' gifts because it's like half ripped open, and it's a Ichiro Suzuki bobblehead, but it's one that you could like buy at a store. Obviously didn't get it at a game kind of thing, and it came with a card, but he had like ripped open and taken the card out, but not the bobblehead. So I opened it and put it on my shelf. I got a pretty sweet, Seattle centric bobblehead collection. I didn't realize. I have 6 Sue Bird bobblehead dolls.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a Brianna Stewart, 3 Lauren Jacksons, a Kevin Durant Sonics bobblehead doll, which I honestly think would probably be worth a lot of money, but it's just on my shelf looking cool. Gary Payton. I have the Ichiro one, and then Kazuhiro Sasaki. I think that's it, but that's pretty good. Yeah. I'm pretty proud of myself. Those are things I am like attached to that stuff. This is getting off topic, but I wouldn't sell them. Like, I don't know. I have duplicates of some of the Sue Bird ones that I'm like, I should probably try and sell them or something. But then I don't have such a collection. That's the hard part about going through your stuff. Anyways, but I would have an easier time separating with those things if it was part of a stupid gift. I don't even know what the worst gift I've been given is. Somebody gave me whitening strips once for my teeth. That was offensive. No. I think we had talked about it at some point, but I don't think you're supposed to give people anything that
Deodorant.
would change their appearance or anything. I mean, perfume, sometimes you give people perfume, but that's because it's kind of expensive, maybe.
Makeup, maybe? Like the
Yeah.
Jeffree Star makeup kit or kind of
Jeffree Star makeup kit. Look at you paying attention over there. I mean, yeah, those are I guess if they had asked for it. Aaron's very if our house burned down, I would save the makeup drawer first because it's the most expensive thing in our house. So if they had asked specifically, like, there's this new palette coming out or something, I guess. But yeah, that if you were like, if you had never talked about it or something and you were like, here, I got you this foundation because it matches your skin better than the one you've been using. Like, that's probably not okay. I don't know. What's the worst gift you've given, Blake?
I don't know. I guess
On the
I've given
spot.
some pretty bad ones.
Or received, I guess. That's it.
I used to think I was good at gift giving until like multiple people in the family would at different times would be like, you know, you're not that good at gift giving, right?
They just said that? Or were
Yeah,
you
like at all at different occasions too. So like, I was like, oh, I thought I was good at gifts, but I guess I'm
That
not
seems
the
even
best.
worse. Like, at least I knew mine were jokes. And maybe I have given gifts that I thought were really good, but they weren't. I don't know. But
We also give each other, no matter what holiday we'll give, like if it's like Christmas, we'll give someone like a happy bat mitzvah card or something, just random.
just something completely different. Oh, that's what my family went through, this period of buying trophies at like a thrift store that had like nothing to do with anything, and then giving them to each other. So we have some real random ones, but I found one. I don't know why it was so funny to me to call my grandfather old. He is old, but and like he had to be in his late 60s at the time, which I mean is kind of old, but whatever. I thought it was hilarious, and like if the power ever went out, I would call him and be like, "We're supposed to check on old people in the cold here." But I found a trophy that was outstanding senior, which I'm assuming
High
was
school or
for
something.
was for like a high school senior, but I gave it to him as an award, I guess. You're just good at being an old guy.
I got a gigantic Snickers one time. It's like a $10 one. You know, it's like the size of like a Lysol canister.
Jesus.
Took me like a week and a half to eat.
I like that you were just like, yep, I'm eating this, though.
Yeah.
It's not a novelty thing.
But I feel like giving someone food for a birthday present's kind of weird.
That is kind of, I mean, I guess
That's the
like
main present too.
something's like candy if you're a child.
Yeah.
But as an adult, I don't know. I've given my dad nerds for Christmas before, but you're right, it wasn't like the only.
It's like the stocking stuff.
Yeah, that's like stocking stuffer. It's not the only thing. Here, I got you some nerds, and that's it.
Oh, do you do stockings?
Yeah.
Some people don't do stockings.
Well, I still believe in Santa, so.
Me too.
I don't know how they get filled, but I put them up every year. I do feel bad for.
Ooh, have you ever had any like prank call gifts to anyone?
No, but I had posted on, because I would like to do members only, like the audience, like our listeners' worst gifts. And one of them was that actually wrapped up coal and put it in someone's stocking, which I think parenting is mostly fear-based, and you should scare your kids. And that's what it is being like, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen. Like, that's a motivator for some reason. I don't think you should govern by fear, but I think you should parent by fear. So I understand actually doing it, but if you, like with the kids, they would either freak out or be really sad, I think, if you got coal.
What
But then
is
you got to be
coal?
like,
Is it like burnt charcoal or is it different? What is it?
yeah, I think it's just like it would look, I guess you could just get like the briquette you would put in a in a barbecue and put it in there.
I think like coal's like a after effect of a fire, or
I mean, you could,
Do you
yeah. I
make-
think it's anything that would be black like that can or was burned. I don't know.
so coal. You don't find coal in the earth
I mean, you could.
if it was already burnt.
Well, I don't think, because if you use like the coal that they put into whatever,
Trains.
a train or into a barbecue, it's already black. It's not burnt yet, but it's whatever it is flammable. This is the part where we talk like we don't know anything about it.
But it's not an element. That's what
What
I'm
is
getting
coal?
at, right?
I don't. It's not an element by itself. No,
Wait, it wouldn't be an element. It'd
it's
be
some sort of compound. I think.
So Santa's got
We need scientists
Yeah.
help here. What is coal and what counts? That would be some kid is just like, this isn't actually coal. You're like, well, you're still actually a dick.
What if it's like it's a carcinogen?
Well, yeah.
So Santa's giving kids like cancer.
Exactly. Santa's slowly killing your children.
The bad kids.
That's why you got to stay on the nice list so you don't get cancer. I mean, yeah, that's true. You get coal in your stocking, but if you light it in your house, then you kill your whole family. So don't give your kids coal.
Unless, what if you like need it for your fire? Maybe it's good. Like if you have a fireplace and it's cold in the winter.
Well, people die all the time from turning on their barbecues inside when the power goes out.
That happened in Texas. That just happened.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty common. They have to like put warnings out all the time because people will try to bring their barbecues inside for heat, and then it's carbon monoxide poisoning, I believe.
It's not funny, but it is. Like, why would you? It's like,
I mean, we don't actually know what coal is, you and I. So I guess if somebody didn't know what carbon monoxide was, this is going well.
but I feel like all houses have alarms, right? I feel like it's a given.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Maybe that's a newer thing too. I don't know, but that would. Yeah, I don't know if you just. Well, and so you bring the barbecue inside, your smoke detector is going to go off no matter what. So maybe they turn it off because they're like,
oh,
that's just a smoke detector. Obviously, there's smoke in the house because we put it in here, not realizing that they're dying.
Sounds like a Final Destination type thing, a little bit.
Sure.
Just
Final Destination. Just dying stupid way or crazy ways, I guess. Whatever.
Like,
anyways.
You're on. Yeah. What'd you do for Thanksgiving? Did you have a festive Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I mean, we got together and drew names for Christmas. Yeah, we did lots of stuff. Had the turkey, and everybody stayed for actually a longer time than normal. All the old people in my family have their boosters, so I think everybody felt a little bit more comfortable till now. A lot of pies and cakes and fun stuff. Drinking too much.
Yummy.
Yeah. But my brother came up from Dallas with his wife, and then we had our son with us, so it was full house. Full house.
How soon do you set up Christmas decorations?
I did it before Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Yeah, our tree was up. We put it up on Monday before Thanksgiving. Well, first of all, I didn't even take down the Christmas lights in the front of the house because we just did white ones.
Like all year?
Yeah, all year. So we just left them there for, it's just kind of a porch light at this point. I took part of it off because we did have it we have a tree in front, so I did have it like going up the tree, but I took that part off and left the top ones, but I'm going to put it back out there.
Do you put any like inflatable snowmen or anything?
I have an inflatable Christmas tree.
Ooh.
For the yard. We have our tree inside with a train that goes around the bottom.
Aww.
I have a Christmas village. I did not set that up yet, though, but that's because we had some Thanksgiving decorations we wanted to utilize before then. Just said thanks. That's all. And then we got stockings up, and my parents decorated their house already, too.
Did you do gingerbread houses?
Not yet. I've done gingerbread houses like a few times, but that's something else I can't take really seriously. I don't know why. And then as a kid, I would eat it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat it.
You're not supposed to eat it? Like, what do? Do you just let it get hard and stale, or do you eat
I
it?
guess. I mean, I would just like pick the candy pieces off, which is pretty obvious. They like leave it up like it's a nice little house, and then everything's like picked off of it.
Yeah.
It's not the candy part. It's the frosting, whatever because that's basically a glue.
It gets hard.
Yeah, that's what you're not supposed to eat. But I'm still here. It's fine. Do whatever you want.
Do you like snow?
Do I like snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Even when it like snowmageddon, we've had like 2 snowmageddons. We had one last year, and
I
then
know
like
I don't think
2019.
people know what Armageddon means. I like it to play in and go and visit and stuff, but when it does impede doing stuff that is annoying, that is a thing here in Seattle. It's hard for people to do stuff whenever it snows, so like everything shuts down. So I had shows last year. It was the first weekend back that we were allowed to do like the 25% capacity shows.
Mm.
And actually I was with Adam Ray. And the Friday night it snowed, but it started like right as the shows started.
Mm-hmm.
So then by the end of it, it was kind of like, okay, we got to go. And it was actually really hard to get home. I got halfway up a hill and then slid back down. That was pretty not fun. I didn't slide back, but then I like was sliding, not going anywhere, and then had to back sideways without sliding, and then go down to the freeway. It was stressful. Anyways, but this is what constantly happens here is this happened to me once in high school. It snowed the day before, and it was a snow day. And then they were like, all right, we're going to cancel school tomorrow, just preemptively. And then nothing, like the roads were clear the next day, so we just didn't have school. And for no reason, really, which was great. So that happened this time. They canceled the shows the next night because it did snow a lot.
Yeah.
But then it like stopped, and I had to go somewhere, or we went somewhere, and I was like, this was way easier to drive in tonight than it was the night before. Which was dumb. But it's a novelty here. It's nice for a couple of days or whatever, or going to visit. Yeah.
We're just too hilly here.
It is. There's a lot of hills. And I like it's Christmassy. It's wintry. I like that. It's pretty, you know.
Do you like Snowflake Lane?
In Bellevue?
Yeah.
No, I don't like fake snow. Is that a weird thing to say?
I don't know. Guess not.
It's like soap or something. That's gross.
Yeah, it is.
I did one time, I went to like the tree lighting in Seattle. And I was in college. I was like 19. And it was terrible. It was a horrible experience. There were so many people there and just pushing each other. And like, it was like, somebody's going to die.
For a tree.
In Westlake Center. The one that's on the Macy's.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, Macy's.
Macy's is gone now, though, right?
I don't know. I can't keep track of where everything is. But yeah, it was like horrible. So I'm like, I'm good for any of that stuff. I'll go to one of those light places that you can like walk around, and or you can drive through.
A park?
Those are cool. Like the zoo lights or something.
Oh, I've never been there. I know what zoo lights is, though.
Yeah. Those ones are cool. I've actually been to a lot of those. But those are better because it's not like everyone's crowded in one area just staring at a tree right next to each other. It's like you walk around, you can see all the different stuff. Just cocoa or whatever you're into.
Yeah. Seattle's been doing that a lot. Like, the past 2 years of COVID. They have like
Yeah.
days that you stay in your car and drive through those.
Yeah, we did a couple of those last year that you could just drive through. It was pretty crazy, though. There's like a lot of people. Whatever. Anyways. All right. I would love to hear more bad gift ideas, though. If you have some, feel free to comment, message, follow us on Instagram at Dumb Pitches, and you can check it out. I updated my calendar for December. If you want to come see me do some live shows, I'll be in Oklahoma City this week, Centralia and Portland next week, Denver and Fort Collins the week after that, and then some other local Olympia in Seattle to end the year. Haven't quite announced it yet, but I'm filming a special in January, and so I'm getting ready for that. So come and see me, get ready for that. And if you want to be in Philadelphia in January, come see me film my special. It's very exciting. Yeah, but follow, subscribe, rate, review, do all those things. Follow Blake too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, but right now you can just keep watching Dumb Pitches.
You're weird.
Yes.